Take me down the highway. Take me down the way you came. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Thursday Night Live, the Thursday show. My name is Chris Wilson, and I'm so glad you decided to join us tonight. It is my impression that everything is working. Is this correct?
This is correct. Can everybody hear me? Because we switched around some things too, and I want to make sure I hit the right button.
I'm so thrilled that it's working. If you've been watching our show for all of this time, you'll know that we've been having tremendous technical difficulties, and there's been internet problems and all kinds of things. But we're doing our best to overcome them, and just keep going, keep trying. So keep tuning in with us each week, even if things aren't working, to give it a try, because I think we might be sort of coming to the other end of this thing. So, my lovely wife, Carrie. I'd like to introduce my lovely wife. I'm out of practice now.
I know.
I
know it.
The actual live thing.
Yeah.
Joining me, as always, is my lovely and talented and beautiful and very special bride, Carrie.
Hi, everyone.
Was that good? I thought it was good.
What?
I thought that was good.
It's good.
So,
Colby's not with us tonight.
Colby is not with us tonight, but he will be back.
Yep.
He is taking care of some personal stuff tonight, and we love our Colby Taylor. And
I'll do my best to impersonate his giggles. No, I won't.
I don't think it's hard.
I won't do that.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Well, here's a little something just to sort of cleanse the palate after a long, difficult time. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, the smiles are turned into their faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. And sun, 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 here it comes. 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 Little darling, I feel the ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Sun, 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 here it comes. 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 A little Beatles music to get us started there tonight. All right. How is everybody out there in
Everybody's
in
seems
space?
really good. What?
Good. Good. Are people pleased that it's working?
They are pleased that it's working. Everything seems to be as normal.
Okay.
So, yes.
Good. I haven't played, Tracy just requested, so 2 CSN
Yeah.
from Tracy.
I thought you might be interested in that.
Gosh, geez, I haven't played Southern Cross in a while. I can probably do it, though. Let's see. The 12 string sort of makes that sort of fun. Oh, but I had it tuned up with the capo on.
I love listening to you tune a guitar.
That's not going to work.
Especially a 12 string.
What's that? Yeah, 12 string is super fun to tune. Let's see if I can do this one. Got out of town on a boat from the southern islands, sailing to reach before a following sea. She was making for the trades on the outside, in the downy run to Papeete. Off the wind on this heading line, the Marquesas. We got 80 feet of water line, nicely making away in a noisy bar in Avalon. I tried to call you, but on the midnight watch I realized but twice you ran away. Think about how many times I have fallen. Spirits are using me, thought your voices calling. What heaven brought you and me cannot be forgotten. I have been around the world looking for that woman, girl, who knows love can endure. And you know it will, and you know it will. When you see that Southern Cross for the first time, you understand now why I came this way. 'Cause the truth you might be running from is so small. It's as big as the promise of a coming day. Think about how many times I have fallen. Spirits are using me, Lord, your voice is calling. What heaven brought you and me cannot be forgotten. Girl, knows love can endure, and you know it will, but you know it well. So I'm sailing for tomorrow, my dreams are a-dying. My love is an anchor tied with a silver chain. I have my ship, and all our flags are flying. She is all that I have left, and music is her name. So we cheated and we lied and we tested, and we never failed to fail. Was the easiest thing to do. You will survive being bested. Somebody fine will come along with me. Forget about loving you in the Southern Cross. In the Southern Cross. In the Southern Cross. In the Southern Cross. We did that one at the CSN tribute. Brian Ayers took the lead on that one. That was fun.
Yeah. You think you guys will be doing that again?
I think so. I think there's a plan in the works. I don't know if there's a finalized date for it, but there's a plan for the CSN. What is that? What you're asking for the CSN thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Slip sliding away, slip sliding away. You know the new destination, or you'll slip sliding away. Yeah, and I know a man. He came from my hometown. Wore his passion for his woman like a thorny crown. Said, Dolores, will I live in fear? Live for you so power, I'm afraid that I will disappear. We slip sliding away, slip sliding away. You know the new destination, the more you'll slip sliding away. And I know a woman became a wife. These are the very words she uses to describe her life. She said a good day ain't got no rain. She said a bad day's when I lie in bed and I think of things I might have been. Slip sliding away, sliding away. You know the new destination, the more you'll slip sliding away. I know a father and a son who's him all the reasons for the things he done. He came a long way just to explain. Kissed his boy as he lay sleeping, then he turned around, headed home again. We slip sliding away, slip sliding away. You know the new destination, boy, you'll slip sliding away. God only knows, God makes his plans. The information's unavailable to the mortal man. We're working our jobs, collect our pay. Seems we're gliding down the highway when in fact we're slip sliding away. Slip sliding away, sliding away. You know the new destination, the more you'll slip sliding away. Slip sliding away, sliding away. You know the new destination, the more you'll slip sliding away. Sliding away. Ooh. 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 A live fade out.
It really brings you back. They don't do songs do fade outs anymore?
I know, like a
That
fade
was
out.
like the thing when I was
Yeah,
growing
like
up, when we
songs,
were growing up.
like you know,
All
yeah.
faded out.
Commercial songs don't fade out anymore ever.
Yeah. Well done.
Thank you. I would like to give a shout out to my dear friends, the Stutzmans. Dave Stutzman and company have been supporting this show by keeping our instruments working and keeping all of really just that. But that's sort of a big thing, and just sort of supporting us in spirit and in various ways, innumerable. But Dave and family had been suffering with COVID. They've got COVID, and so did the whole family. And but they're all recovering and doing well. But I just wanted to give a shout out to our dear friends, the Stutzmans, whom we love.
Yes.
You know, I was half expecting that the show wouldn't work again tonight, so I'm a little not 100% sure. But
Well, so in that, so if people have suggestions, it might be
okay,
a good night to say them.
yeah, I've got some Beatles songs in my head, so I'm gonna do another Beatles tune. winding road that leads to your door will never disappear. I've seen this road before. It always leads me here. Lead me to your door. The wild and windy night that the rain washed away has left a pool of tears, crying for the day. Why leave me standing here? Let me know the way. Many times I've been alone, and many times I've cried. In many ways you never know, the many ways I've tried. But still they lead me back to the long winding road. You left me standing here a long, long time ago. Don't leave me waiting here. Lead me to your door. And still they lead me back to the long winding road. You left me standing here a long, long time ago. Don't keep me waiting here. Lead me to your door. My voice got a little rasp to it tonight from all the working.
You're a very hardworking man.
I
like the rasp.
was outside doing stuff, and it's really not the.
You wear many hats.
It's really it's really an allergy thing. It's not anything like. I wasn't working so hard that I just wore out my voice, like screaming like a job foreman.
Right.
It was really just breathing in pollen and such.
Yeah.
Yeah, still got it. Let me see here. I wonder. All right. Let me see here. How do I do this?
Can I help you with something? Come up here.
I was going to do the Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald
That's
for
what I thought you were
Marshall.
doing. I can do that for you if you want to do a song in between.
Okay.
I can get that ready.
Well, I suppose I should do this. I was going to do this the other night after the very sad and untimely death of Naomi Judd.
Yeah.
And so this is a beautiful old Judd song. Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. Sometimes it feels like this world's gone crazy. And Grandpa, take me back to yesterday, when the line between right and wrong didn't seem so hazy. Did lovers really fall in love to stay and stand beside each other come what may? Was a promise really something people kept, or something they would say and then forget? Families really bow their heads to pray? Do daddies really never go away? Whoa, whoa, Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. And Grandpa, everything is changing fast. We call it progress, but I just don't know. And Grandpa, let's wander back into the past and paint me the picture of long ago. Lovers really fall in love to stay, stand beside each other come what may? Is a promise really something people kept, or something they would say and then forget? Did families really bow their heads to pray? Daddies really never go away? Oh, Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. Lovers really fall in love to stay and stand beside each other come what may? Is a promise really something people kept, or was something they would say and then forget. Did families really bow their heads to pray? Did daddies really never go away? Why won't old Grandpa tell me about the good old days? And Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. Cool request. Thank you, guys. We have not been able to do this show in quite a while, and so if it is at all possible for you to support us in moving forward, that would be great. That would be very helpful because we've missed so many shows. So if you'd like to make a donation to keep the show going or to keep these things happening and the various other things that we do, you can do that by going to www.chriswilson.us and making a donation. And once again, and as always, we're so grateful for that, and we take none of it for granted. It is the very thing that sort of keeps us going. That and the fact that you keep watching means so much to us. So once again, if you would like to make a donation, you can just go to www.chriswilson.us, and there's a donate button right there on the homepage. And that's if you feel led to do so. If you don't, that's okay too. We're just here to play. You know, this is what I do, and I'm going to do it regardless. But if that is in your heart, we're certainly grateful for that. Okay. All right, so are we set for that song?
We are set for that song.
All right, I'm going to try it. I'm going to get out Jack's Biggin'. There's like a lot of verses to this song, which is why I had to have Carrie look them up. Because without a little rehearsal, there's no way I would remember them all. So that's what the monitor's for. Legend lives on from the Chippewa on down of the big lake they call Gitchagumi. The lake, it is said, never gives up her dead when the skies of November turn gloomy. With a load of iron ore, 26,000 tons more than the Edmund Fitzgerald weighed empty. That good ship and true was a bone to be chewed when the gales of November came murray. The ship was the pride of the American side, coming back from some mill in Wisconsin. As the big freighters go, it was bigger than most, with a crew and good captain well seasoned, including some turns with a couple of steel firms when they left fully loaded for Cleveland. And later that night when the ship's bell rang, could it be the north wind they'd been feeling? The wind in the wires made a tattletale sound, and a wave broke over the railing. And every man knew, as the captain did too, 'twas the witch of November come stealing. The dawn came late and the breakfast had to wait when the gales of November came slashing. When afternoon came, it was freezing rain in the face of a hurricane west wind. When supper time came, the old cook came on deck, saying, fellas, it's too rough to feed ya. At 7 p.m. the main hatchway caved in, said, fellas, it's been good to know ya. The captain wired in, he had water coming in, and the good ship and crew was in peril. And later that night, when his lights went out of sight, came the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Does anyone know where the love of God goes when the waves turn the minutes to hours? The searchers all say they'd have made Whitefish Bay if they'd put 15 more miles behind her. They might have split up, or they might have capsized, they may have broke deep and took water. And all that remains is the faces and the names of the wives and the sons and the daughters. Now Lake Huron rolls, Superior sings in the rooms of her ice-water mansion. Old Michigan steams like a young man's dreams. The islands and bays are for sportsmen. And farther below, Lake Ontario takes in what Lake Erie can send her. And the iron boats go, as the mariners all know, with the gales of November remembered. In a musty old hall in Detroit they prayed, in the Maritime Sailors' Cathedral. The church bell chimed till it rang 29 times for each man on the Edmund Fitzgerald. The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down of the big lake they called Gitchagumi. Superior, they said, never gives up her dead when the gales of November come early. That's a sad one.
It is a sad one.
I remember when I was a kid listening to that song. I think I've told this on the show before, that it was like the first song with like a ton of lyrics that I ever learned. And I only was able to learn them because they used to print the lyrics on the sleeve of the album.
Yeah.
And so I remember, so I had the sleeve it was on Gordon Lightfoot's Summertime Dream was the name of the album. And I had that sleeve, and it took me so long to remember it that I folded up that album sleeve. I took it out of the album, and it was in my guitar case for like the first, I don't know, maybe 5 years I performed, just sitting in there, so that if I had to play it at a gig, I could just take it out and like tape it to the microphone stand or something. It's a lot of lyrics.
Yeah, it is. So we never were able to officially announce the name of the goats. It never happened.
Okay. I feel like the audience is going to be disappointed in our name choices.
I know there were so many great suggestions by everyone, and we went with none of them, which is
We went with two sort of. I first of all, I felt like it was too much of a burden on my shoulders to name these two female goats.
He buckled under the pressure.
I did. I buckled, and I just gave the job over to Carrie and the
but
girls.
You ended up naming one of them without meaning to.
Yes. So there's two goats. They both look pretty similar, except for one was considerably fatter than the other.
Yeah.
Like just not really fatter, but just more bloated.
Yeah, she wasn't.
She's just her body shape is different. So for some reason, I don't know why, I started calling her Fat Amy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And it stuck.
Because we were like, which one? Because that's the only way that we were differentiating them in the beginning was that one was just bigger. Yeah. They're twin goats from the same
mother.
Yeah. I was going to say situation. I was trying to be. So I just was calling her Fat Amy, which I feel like it's mean or something. Like I'm like, but it's not an insult.
She's really living up to her name.
But she is living up to her name. She eats everything in sight.
Yeah,
she just is, and just constantly. And like if she doesn't have something to eat, she's like she's just doing that. That's a terrible goat impression, but
it was all right.
So anyway, I started.
The girls named the other one Willow, so their names are Willow and Fat Amy. we just call her Amy. But.
When you're driving down, I want to say it's 80. Was it maybe it's at the Thruway or is it 81 or where it is? When you're going toward Watertown area, there's a place you drive by that's called Fat Nancy's. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
Which I was always just sort of taken with. Yeah. Like, I don't know what the circumstances are.
Wait a minute, that's not one of the places. We've never stopped there before, have we?
I think we might have stopped there once.
I do have a memory of that.
Yeah. I think it's right off Route 81. If anybody who's been up and down 81 to Watertown has driven by Fat Nancy's. So that's honestly what was in my head when I started calling her. Just that I liked it had sort of like a body kind of ring to it. Yeah. Like I'm eating. You're not going to tell me not to.
Yeah. I don't know. It was funny. It was a funny moment, and so we're like, okay, we'll just call her that until we figure out her real name, and of course that became her name. So Willow and Fat Amy. Well, this is the picture. I have a picture on the screen. This is of when they were about a week old.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I would say 11 weeks old, maybe 12.
Can you make that bigger? Can you just make it take up the whole screen?
Yep.
So I can see.
1 sec. Sorry. Yeah.
It's hard to tell who's who there.
Yeah, you can't really tell. We should get some updated pictures.
They're still similar in size except for their stomachs. I made this little pasture area for them and they just eat and eat and eat. And then they get tired for a little bit and they jump on me for a little while. And then they're like, it's like they do it and they work up an appetite and they just keep eating and then eating and eating. The stomachs just blow up like balloons.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
It's fun though. Because we have to walk them over to the pasture. They have little collars on, and that's kind of another way that we tell them apart. And so it's fun. We kind of the girls walk them around the property sometimes. And do you want to be seen again?
No. I kind of like this.
You uncomfortable having something in front of you?
But so if you come to the barn for a show, you can come play with our goats because they're there and they're sweet and they have the temperament of just little like puppies. They're just the cutest things ever.
Yep. Great. All right, hold on. I think we'd like to see you again.
All right. Voice very tired because of the allergies.
Yeah.
It's that time of year. Watch the sunrise on the road today. Man blew by me, sending me into the wall. Shrugged my shoulders and I laughed out loud. Then the rain started to fall. I sell my soul out on the avenue, trading freedom, but there's no takers in this town. Get arrested by a maid. Lord, I get heckled by a clown. The Carrie's in the doorway, Sunny's in the yard. When I get home, nothing seems to matter much at all. She knows that I'm with her when I'm gone. Nothing seems to matter, my baby. And Carrie's in the doorway, Sunny's in the yard. Through a window at my father's house, I see faces that I'll never see again. I hear his voice ringing in my head. It don't say anything at all. Carrie's in the doorway, Sunny's in the yard. When I get home, nothing seems to matter much at all. 'Cause we can't stay in hiding all night long. Nothing seems to matter, my baby. Carrie's in the doorway, Sunny's in the yard. Carrie's in the doorway, and Sunny's in the yard. Watch the sunrise on the road today. I did the fast version.
It was excellent. I like the upbeat version.
Got my little kicker.
Yeah. I always think of that as a fast song, actually.
Well, I originally did that song as like a very sort of mid-tempo slow song, and it's still sort of mid-tempo. It's not like fast, but for me, it's fast. And it's on the bluegrass sort of inspired album that I did, although I can't call it bluegrass because it's not bluegrass, but it has that instrumentation. My most recent album, One Hallelujah. I am going to have new albums this year, I promise. People have been asking a lot, and it's been too long for me. It's just, there's been a lot going on. Well, I came upon a child of God. He was walking along the road, and I asked him, tell me, where are you going? This he told me. Said, I'm going down to Yaska's farm, gonna join in a rock and roll band. Gotta get back to the land to set my soul free. We are stardust, we are golden, we're a billion hero carbon, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. Well, then can I walk beside you? I have come to lose the smog, and I feel that I'm a cog at something turning. And maybe it's a time of the year, and maybe it's a time of man, and I don't know who I am. This time is for learning. We are stardust, we are golden, we are caught in the devil's bargain, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. By the time we got to Woodstock, we were 500,000 strong, and everywhere there was a song and a celebration. And I dreamed I saw the bomber jet planes riding shotgun in the sky, turning into butterflies above our nation. We are stardust, we are golden, we're a billion-year-old carbon, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. We are stardust, we are golden, we're a billion-year-old carbon, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. You know, sometimes just pops out. All right, what else? Time for one more.
What's it going to be?
I'm going to sing a song that was requested the other night. Hopefully I can remember all the words to this one. This one's for Augie. Is Augie watching? Is he out there?
Augie is watching.
People smile and tell me I'm the lucky one, and we've just begun. Think I'm gonna have a son. He will be like she and me, as free as a dove, conceived in love. Sun is gonna shine above. And even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey, and everything bring a chain of love. In the morning when I rise, bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything is gonna be alright. Seems as though a month ago I was beta guy, never got high. Ooh, I was a sorry guy. Now I smile and face the girl that shares my name, yeah. Now I'm through with the game. This boy'll never be the same. And even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey, and everything will bring a chain of love. And in the morning when I rise, bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything's gonna be alright. Pisces, Virgo rising is a very good sign, strong and kind, and the little boy is mine. And now I find a family where there once was none. Yeah, we just begun. Oh, we're gonna fly to the sun. And even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey, and everything bring a chain of love. And in the morning when I rise, bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything is gonna be alright. Love the girl who holds the world in a paper cup. Drink it up. Love her and she'll bring you love. And if you find she helps your mind, better take her home. Don't you live alone. Try to earn what lovers own. And even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey, and everything bring a chain of love. And in the morning when I rise, bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything is gonna be alright. Well, I know I did a lot of covers tonight, but I don't know. I was just feeling like these were songs that were on my mind and songs that people requested. And I thought since we were back together again without interruption, I thought I would go that direction. I'm so glad everybody watched tonight. Once again, if you'd like to support this program, support what we do, you can go to www.chriswilson.us and make a donation. We would be so grateful for that. We would like to... What?
We have... so we are opening the barn up for a live audience next Thursday.
Yes.
So you can go right on the website and RSVP on the show tab or page, or I don't know. What you doing?
I pulled a piece of my jeans off and I threw it at the camera.
Yeah. Ooh, you should do that and see how that.
You know, I could do like a sign-off thing where I throw
Right,
something
where
at
you
the
throw
camera.
something at the camera.
I need like a ball or something like,
I
good
don't
night,
know,
everybody.
That
You
could go wrong. That could be
Yeah.
bad. Anyway, if you want to come to the barn next Thursday, we would love to have you.
Yes, we would.
Yeah. And
We can show you all the stuff that we're doing over here.
Yeah.
It's very exciting. It's very exciting what's happening over here. We're sort of just figuring it out.
We're sort of in the midst of it, so it's a little chaotic, but it's
It's nuts.
It's all good. And if you do sign up, just a reminder that the show for the live audience starts at 6:30. Chris does like a half an hour just for you. So
Yes.
the doors open at 6.
Doors open at 6 for that. And so 6:30 to 7 is just for the live studio audience, and then we go live at 7.
I might even be able to entice one or both of the girls to sing something.
Don't make promises, sweetie.
I know.
You tell me all the time.
I know, it's true.
But you said we might be.
Oh, Gracie's on.
Uh-oh.
Gracie, you want to sing something with your father next Thursday? She's not. It's delayed, so I don't know. Anyway, I think that it's fair to say that she will, though.
I think it's fair.
All right.
Well, God bless everybody, and also join us for Sunday Night Songs of Faith, as always. And just keep, you know what, if you're someone who prays, pray that our equipment and everything keeps working, because it's sort of inexplicable what happened and why it wasn't working.
Yeah, and we didn't get to the bottom of it. It just sort of worked tonight. So
Yeah,
that's kind of...
we've just been sort of, because we've troubleshooted everything we can troubleshoot on our end, and everything was as it should be. So, so keep us in your prayers. And as we will keep you in ours, as always. Much love, everybody. We will see you on Sunday. Good night.